So next type of plot is box plots. So these are the very different types of plots as compared to whatever plots you are learning or you have learned. So before understanding this box plots, we have to understand the distribution of data in a data set. So with the one PPT I'll explain you. So very first we will just go through it. Box plots are measure of how well distributed is the data in a data set. Now distribution of data in a data set. So in simple meaning, suppose there is a class of students and we are collecting information of how many marks each students have got. Okay, so suppose 60 students, so there will be 60 count of marks, like, are you understanding? So that means every student will get some marks, so there will be 60 marks available as a data set. Now suppose the examination is of the 100 marks, so students can get 0 to 100 marks, for example. Again, so if they are getting marks between 0 to 100, so here we would like to know how many students have got marks till 10, till 20, till 30, till 40, or like whatever range we want to decide. And on that basis, suppose many students have got, out of 60, 30 students have got marks between 50 and 60. So this is a data distribution. That means we can say that 50% of data is lying in the range of 50 to 60. So the data is distributed as some students in till 10 range, some students in till 20 range, likewise. So how data is distributed among this range of 10, 10, 10, 10, and that analysis is important for taking certain kinds of decision. Okay, so it divides the data set into 3 quartiles. So this graph represents minimum, maximum, median, first quartile and third quartile in the data set. So we will be discussing it with a simple example. It is also useful in comparing the distribution data across data sets by drawing box plots for each of them. So box plots are created in R by using box plot function. So this is the basic syntax in which there are multiple parameters. X is a vector or a formula. Now how to use that formula we will see. Then data is a total data set, that means 60 students marks information. Then notch is a kind of pictorial representation. Then var width is a logical value set as true to draw width of the box proportionate to the sample size. Now what this sample means, so suppose you are taking survey of suppose 1 lakh people and you want to analyze the data of those 1 lakh people. Now it is very difficult to analyze the data of 1 lakh people, or it is too time consuming. So what is the other way to get the analysis of same 1 lakh people? So the other way is we are sampling the data. What do you mean by sampling data? We are taking some values from this 1 lakh data, and it is proved that the sample analysis is approximately equal to the analysis of whole actual data. Okay, so instead of 1 lakh data, if we do sampling of suppose 1000 values, okay, and we do the same analysis which we wanted to do on 1 lakh people, 1 lakh data. Okay, so whatever analysis results we will get for this 1000 data, it is approximately same as the analysis of the 1 lakh data. Now the question arises, how it is possible? So again, sampling is very important task. So you should collect the samples in such a way that you will be getting very approximate results. So collecting samples intelligently is again a good way to present the good analysis. So here I hope you have understood the sample size. So here in this example my sample size is 1000. So names are the groups labels which will be printed under each box plot, just like we have done it for the bar plot, and main is used to give the title of the title to the graph. So before plotting this, we will try to quickly understand the concept of quartiles. I hope you are knowing, still I am just repeating it. So what it is, what are quartiles? So measure of central tendency that divide a group of data into 4 subgroups. So as its name suggests, quartiles, okay. So percentile is 100 percentile, that means 100%, okay. So 25 percentile is representing first quartile, which is named as Q1. So 25% of the data set is below the first quartile. Q2 represents 50% of the data set is below the second quartile, and Q3 represents 75% of the data set is below the third quartile. So what will be the fourth quartile? So fourth quartile will be your last limit, that is 100% of the data set is below the fourth quartile. So with this example it will be clear. So Q1 is equal to the 25th percentile, Q2 50th percentile, Q3 75th percentile. So quartile values are not necessarily members of data set. This is very important because this is the calculated value. So pictorially you can understand it like this. So you are data set which is divided into 4 parts, and whatever value you will be getting after calculation as Q1, so there will be 25% of values below this quartile. Similarly 50%, 25 plus 25, so 50% of data will be below this quartile, and Q3 quartile is representing 75% data is below this quartile, okay. Now this is an example. So this is an ordered array where there are number of values, okay. How many values are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So now how to calculate Q1? I is equal to 25 upon 100 into 8, which is giving you value as 2. So what will be a Q1? Q1 is equal to 109 plus 114. So now here how many values are there? So there are 8 values, right? Now here I value you got it is